Hey guys, what's up? Rashad here. Let me know if you guys can hear me nice and clear. Just thought I'd do a live. I don't have any lessons today. Usually been doing a lot of lessons lately. Morning, noon and night. Lessons actually. So pretty busy with lessons. Going good, enjoying that. Now, let me see. I was thinking I would love to answer your questions. If you have any music questions or any other kinds of questions, let me know. I'm just trying to hook my other phone up if I'm going to listen to anything. Oh yeah, there we go, it's hooked up. What's up, Denz, Luciano? Shoutout. I heard an old song that I really love the other day. I thought of it, I can't remember why. Oh yeah, I remember why, because on Netflix there was some show called Insatiable, and it reminded me of the song by Darren Hayes called Insatiable. Oh, from Singapore, that's cool, Denz. Hey, Slacktack. From New Zealand. And yeah, it's like I really used to love this song, but I know that it's a song that I could never sing before because it was really difficult because it's a lot of falsetto. It's pretty high range. It's a song from when I was younger. So yeah, I've been trying to listen to it and learn it again because I'm much better than I used to be, to see can I get it up to like a professional sounding level or a decent level at least. So yeah, might have a muck around with that in between the questions and stuff. Hey Udzu. Yeah, I got that. Someone sent that to me, the TNT Boys one. Hopefully I'll get to reacting to that. I was going to do reactions now, but I've got a bit of a headache. I'm not really in the mood to like fully listen to music. Yeah, I just thought I'd do something chilled like this. Hey supporter from India. Hey Anna from Oregon. Hey Ver. No, I haven't seen Daryl's new video. No. All the people I subscribe to, I do reactions on, I don't watch their new videos, like save them for reactions. So if I get it in my feed or something, I don't just watch it like while I'm at home type thing. I do watch the ones I've already reacted to. Hey David Budikel, which one is that? Hey from Ukraine, sorry I can't read your name. Hatan. Hey Just Mark, what's up from Philippines? Wow, we got people from all over the place. All over. Feel free to hit me up with questions, guys. I'm gonna have a little go at this. I think I'm too tired to sing it. Hey Nico. Let's have a go. Maybe I'll get the lyrics version. No, I'll just get the karaoke version, I think. Hey Jeff from Philippines. Hey Aiden. Yeah, I'm hoping to collaborate with JR. It's on my list, hopefully. I'll get there. Hey Lydia, Germany. When moonlight crawls along the street, chasing away the summer heat. Footsteps outside somewhere below. The wave falls, I'll let it go. We build our church above this street. We practice love between these sheets. The candy sweetness until you. It bathes my skin, I'm staying by you. And all I can do. Yeah, it's a high bit. There you go. Just want to get the key. Staying by you. And all I have to do is hold you. There's a reason in my heart. I am barely touching you. Alright, I might get the lyrics. Hard song. And all I have to do is hold you. I'm trying to find the weak spots. All I have to do. But it's like changing the words on that note. Na 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 na. All I have to do is hold you. There's a beating within my heart. Not bad. Let me check it out here. Lyrics. Insatiable. All right. Debbie, hello from Hawaii. Aloha. Nico, do you know ABS has plans to launch Morissette? Nice. International. What are tips to have a free head voice as Moreno and falsetto like Brian McKnight? I don't know what free means. Describe to me what free means. It's a very vague word that a lot of coaches use. I want to know what you mean. Jenilyn, greetings from Philippines. Hey. Kenneth, good morning. I miss you guys too. Hey Clementine, I'm good. Yes, of course I'll still react to Dimash. Just been very busy. She's amazing. Amira's amazing. She's 11 months on the weekend. This weekend she turned 11 months. She's going great, so beautiful. I'm hoping to video an update for you guys. We do have lots of videos, I just haven't posted any. Yeah, hopefully I'll get something up soon. Singing on the Wish Bus. Maybe. We'll see if I'm lucky enough. A lot of great singers on that. Kenneth says, can you sing Bended Knee or Boyz II Men first verse, first chorus? Okay. And teach you. Oh, you want to see me sing on the Wish Bus? Yeah, man, time flies. Clementine. Okay, on Bended Knee. Let me get the original key. Let's challenge myself and get the original key. Now I'm feeling pretty shit right now. I've got a headache. So don't expect me to kill it. My voice is pretty tired too. Excuse me. I normally do about an hour of vocal training every day, or at least 5 days a week. I do about an hour. And 20 minutes of that is usually guitar as well. All right, here's the, but I haven't done my hour today. Today I've done like 20 minutes, I think, so far. All right, on Bend the Knee. Here's the key. And oh, yeah, darling, I can't explain. Where did we lose our way? Girl, it's driving me insane. And I know I just need one more chance to prove my love to you. And if you come back to me, I'll guarantee that I'll never let you go. Can we go back to the days our love was strong? Can you tell me how a perfect love goes wrong? Can somebody tell me how to get things back the way they used to be? Oh God, give me the reason. I'm down on bended knee. I'll never walk again until you come back to me. I'm down on bended knee. There you go. That's pretty good. Happy with that. Haven't sang that in ages. Falsetto's coming along pretty good. Just not bad. I'm not being that loud. If you can tell, I'm just being like low kind of volume. Hope you enjoyed that. A lot of Dimash fans miss your reaction. Thank you. Yes, please be patient. I have done a lot of Dimash reactions. So you can always watch them again. Thank you very much for your viewership. In the meantime, sorry, you're just gonna have to wait. A lot of time with Amira. You know, Amira, she I feel like I need to give her my attention. You know what I mean? Like if I can still do stuff like practice guitar and sing when I'm around her, but if I go into the room and do a reaction, it's like I'm away. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm away, and then Jess has to look after her more. It just makes it harder on Jess because it's very tiring. Jess is working part-time as well, so I just feel like I really want to be present, you know, for as much as I can at the moment. So thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. I'll get there as soon as I can, okay? You know that when I do the reaction, it's going to be quality. You know that, so just be patient in those hopes. Benjamin, greetings from Chile. Mason says, do you have any advice on how to growl? Oh, yeah. Like that kind of growl? If you mean like that kind of growl, yeah. Listen to your favorite singers growling and try to just growl on like one word or one note first. You know what I mean? So like there's different kinds of growls too. So like the way Christina Aguilera growls, for example, is a certain sound. And the way like James Brown or someone like that, hey, like that kind of sound. I don't even know if it's called a growl. It doesn't really sound like the other. Yeah, doesn't really sound the same, right? So and then Tank does a growl. He's like, ah, ah. It's more like James Brown's growl. So I guess find the singer. Just take the part, the one word or one phrase where they're growling, and then try to imitate that. Like if it's one note, you know, just and try to recreate the sound. So if it's like, if that's the note, find the note, and then try to add the growl to that note. Yeah, that's how I would start. That's how I learned a lot of like imitation, of trying to copy it, but trying to be on pitch. Yeah, you gotta like play with your sound. Your sound needs to be modified. You can pick different words, might be easier to do it on. So, you know, you might be like, for example, let's say I sing a phrase, I'm down on bended knee. It's a bit hard to do it lower, but I'm down on bended, I'm down on bended, I'm down. That's the note without no effect, right? I'm down. Sometimes you can do character voices, like Cookie Monster sort of has that sort of sound to him, right? So you could try to like speak in that sound. I'm down on bended knee. You could try to speak the sound with like a spoken, like a sentence or a phrase first, and that might help you find the sound. And then from there, you could try to do it on a note, because doing it on a note is hard because you have to usually hold a note for longer than you would if you spoke. That's the difference with singing and speaking, right? But yeah, speaking can help you find the sound. So yeah, try those out. Gamble, yeah. I'm crying. Why are you crying? Is it from my song? Kenneth, whoa, coach, I feel so cold. Thank you, man. I want to sing like how you do it. Thank you, man. Well, yeah, man, that's what I do. I teach about 12 lessons a week. So, and I developed, I got a course that I developed, and I got a web app that I've developed and still developing constantly, Singing Pitch Trainer. I designed that so you could learn the way that I taught myself. See, that program that I made, Singing Pitch Trainer, and my courses, that's what I did to train myself. Now, even with those, it's still hard to know what you're supposed to start on, So I have created like the tutorials for how to use the Singing Pitch Trainer. Go to singingpitchtrainer.com and then watch all those videos, like watch them all, because that's what I did. I took every note in a song and I would try to sing it really steady and smooth. And in Singing Pitch Trainer, it measures your voice for you. So you enter in any song and it'll measure your voice. And that's what you got to do. You got to like try to make your pitch get really steady. So the only reason I sound nice to you is because I've practiced making every pitch super steady and then doing that quickly. Because when you sing, it's like quick, Can we go back to, can we go back to, I can like stop at any point and show you what every note that I'm doing in slow motion. The fact that I can do that, that's why I sound the way I sound, because I've developed my ability to take any song and sing those notes very, very accurately and steadily, one note at a time for like a second a note. So that's a skill you got to develop. You got to be able to, take any phrase and be able to sing it like one note at a time. If you come back to me, if you come back to me, and it's got to be the same quality when you're fast. It's really hard to develop. It's very, very hard to develop. All right, let's keep reading these. And the runs is the same. It's the same thing with runs, with falsettos. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks, Gamble. Thanks, Erna. If you got a chance to sing on the bus, what song would you sing? That's a good question, man. I don't know. Because there's like songs that I'm really good at singing already that are very comfortable for me. And then there's songs that are like really epic songs, like On Bended Knee, which I'm kind of like in this middle zone where I'm not amazing at them yet. Like I'm getting closer. Whereas the other songs that I already know well, I'm very good at them. Like I can do them and I sound good every time. It's easy for me, you know what I mean? Type of thing, nearly, it's comfortable. So I'm always like, when you perform, you should sort of sing songs that are like comfortable in your known ability. But then at the same time, I'm like, but songs that are impressive have more impact. No, just because they're, it's because, the song itself is impressive, like Angels Brought Me Here, or On Bended Knee, or One Last Cry. It's not just because they're ballads, it's like they're impressive songs because they're vocally difficult to do, and they're very like, the song itself has like an inspiring feel about it, blah, blah, blah. Like comfortable songs for me would be like Michael Bublé songs, like jazz songs, like Craig David songs. That's like in my easy zone, you know what I mean? I guess I just stand out of those songs because I'm good at doing them. I practice doing them a lot. Like for example, 7 Days by Craig David, or Walking Away, or Fill Me In, like those original tracks that he first came out with back in the day. Probably do something like that. Some party songs like Too Close by Next. You know that one? All the songs on you requested, you dancing like you're naked. Oh, it's almost like we're sexing. Oh yeah, yeah, boo, I like it. You know I can't deny it, but I know you can tell I'm excited. Oh girl, like those kind of, 7 Days. On my way to see my friends who lived a couple blocks away from me. As I walked through the subway, must have been about 3:15. Monday, I took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday. That's like songs that are, in my comfortable range. Yeah, that kind of thing. I've taught you a lot. Gamble. That's great, man. Send me something. Send me your voice to my email. Marina, I meant how to sing in head voice and falsetto with great agility. Agility, what does that mean? Another word that doesn't really mean anything. What does that mean? All right, I know you mean by agility, at least. I think you mean be able to move really quick between notes, like when they do very fast runs. Is that what you mean by agility? Please be even more specific for me. Give me like maybe a time of the song and show me so I can see what you're talking about. Send me like, tell me the name of the song and then the time of the song that happens, and I can look at it on YouTube. Then I can know exactly what you're talking about, okay? But yeah, if you're talking about fast runs in falsetto, well, first you got to be able to do falsetto at all, and then you got to be able to do slow runs in falsetto. So just do them slowly. Like for example, well, if you give me an example, I can give you the demonstration. So give me the example, and I will try to give you a clear demonstration. I have one here. I know one that Brian does. I'm just trying to think of one he does in a song. For some reason, I can't think of one. All right, like One Last Cry, for example. Yeah, here's a good example. In One Last Cry, he does this thing. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. Hurry up. Here we go. Cry. If that's what you mean. Oh, this fly. You mean stuff like that? But is that what you mean by agility? Cry. So you gotta like learn how to do it slow first. Cry. Like that. You know, just do like maybe the first few notes. Cry. That's the first part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get my trainer, singing pitch trainer. You put the notes in it, in the trainer, and then you sing along with it and make sure your notes are perfectly still. And the more you practice, the more still they get, and you'll be able to see your voice on the chart. And it'll be the more steady you get, the nicer it's going to sound. That's all I'm doing. I'm just singing a lot of notes very steadily, very quickly. But to get quick, you need to be very comfortable just doing it at a slow pace, and then your speed will build when you can do it slowly, really steadily. I hope that helps you. That's how you develop fast runs, also known as agility, which I don't like that word because it's not clear what it means. Yes, like that. I just can't figure out how to do it. What are you referring to, Mason? Like, is it from the throat? Oh, the growl. Yeah, yeah. It always sounds like I'm dying or something. Yeah. I don't know why you might sound like you're dying. It could be because your notes are wrong. Maybe you're not growling into the note properly. See, can you hear the note there? There's a note. That's a different note. So it's like you gotta try to you gotta like try to find the note and then growl into it. It's very throaty. It feels a bit uncomfortable. You know, it's not something you would do a lot of. Yeah, man, it is. It's kind of like I'm about to, like I'm about to cough. I'm trying to clear my throat, and that too, like, like a grunt. Try that, and then try to hold the note on it. That sound, like you're in the bathroom. Yes, we know. Hey guys. Just got a call, but I don't know if... Can you guys hear me again? Oh, let me get through these messages. When I try to sing, Benjamin says, my throat always hurts after a few minutes. Am I doing wrong? You might be singing too high for your current ability. So I would like make it easier, pick an easier song, or don't sing the high parts, make them lower. So like, for example, if you're singing, can we go back to, if the song's up there, I would sing it like, can we go back to the days our love was. I'll sing it lower until you build that stamina, you know? So like, sing it high, and then when you get tired, you just go back down low and you rest for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes in this low zone, you know, or you just take a complete break and you come back and do it again. You got to build your stamina up. So yeah, it's usually because it's too high and you're not ready, you don't have any stamina yet, so you got to take a rest and then continue. Rest a few minutes, continue. And the other reason is because other than stamina, the song just might be too high for you at all, and you got to like work and build on your mid-range and your high range. You got to build it up a bit and strengthen your voice. So yeah, it's about the songs that you choose. It's not about you singing wrong. It's supposed to be hard. Remember, singing it's like an athletic thing. It's like working out. You know, like the song I sung earlier, the really high song, I can't just sing 10 of those songs in a row straight. Okay, because well, I'm not ready to do that personally. I'm working on getting my ability to be like that. So everyone's working on something depending on their current level. So you have to find your limits, and when you get very tired, that's your voice telling you it's at its limit. And that's where you have to sort of pay attention. Oh, my brother just told me he accidentally called me. I was wondering, why is he calling me? Is there something wrong with my life? I was thinking. So yeah, you getting tired is your voice telling you, hey, you need to make this easier now if you want to continue. Okay, you either got to take a break or make it easier. You make it easier by dropping it lower, or by picking an easier song, or by taking a break. There are different ways to make it easier. So it's all about stamina. I know a lot of teachers say, oh, you shouldn't feel it here, or you shouldn't. Of course you're going to feel it. It's like saying that you went to the gym and you shouldn't feel pain in your arms while you're doing a curl. Like, that's ridiculous. You're going to feel pain, all right? But you learn to manage the pain, and you learn to understand what the normal pain is of the challenging thing that you're doing, and the bad pain, like, oh, that really hurt, like something, I did something that was wrong, you know, like if you go out and you start screaming at a club really loud and at the end your voice gets tired when you leave, that's an example of you pushed your voice where it probably shouldn't be pushed very often, at the very least, you know, and you walk out and your voice is like that, you know, exhausted. It's your voice is telling you, hey, you pushed me way too hard, you know. So but at the same time, it's not completely broken, you know. If it did completely go, that means you really did something bad. So you have to pay attention to the signs. It's supposed to be manageable pain, and experience will tell you that. Yeah, like for example, a lot of great artists that go and do surgery on their voice, that because they just tour too much, they sing too much, all right, and they ignore the signs. Their body tells them, hey, you need to rest, you need to stop singing, you can't sing night after night after night after night, and then a couple of day shows here and then do radio talk shows here and expect your voice to keep going, and then their voice will just give out, be in a lot of pain, to develop nodules, etc. They'll ignore it and keep going because that's their job and it forces them, blah blah blah. They don't understand. They know the signs, they know I need to take a rest, but they don't, because their job is pushing them, pressure, you know. So the point is, you need to learn what it feels like when it's too much, okay? And that takes practice. One last cry, gamble. Any idea how to scream like Chester? Aiden says. No, I never really practiced screaming like him, but I would just listen to him and try to do it in an easier pitch, because he does do it very, he does it in a very high note. So I would drop the notes so that's lower, and then practice it on the lower notes, on the lower pitches, okay? Because he sings very high. That's hard to do even without the scream, singing as high as him. So drop it lower, sing it normally, and then try to switch it and sing it with the scream in a lower key. All right, look on my website, there's a program called Transpose, which allows you to drop the key of YouTube videos on a computer. I recommend you use that to drop the key. As for making the actual scream sound, I've become so numb. I have to listen, because I don't listen to it often, so. So he just sings normally. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. He's just singing like normally there, right? So the note's so high, right? So normal voice. I've become so numb. That's normal voice, right? I don't want to do it here. It might be loud. I don't know how to do it without going loud. Hear that? I've become. So that's part of that sound in there. All right. I can't do that. I can't do the right sound louder. So I think it's called distortion. All right. So if you want to add that to your sound, you got to listen to him and find the easier note to do it on first, and then try to create it. Good luck. Kenneth, Gersh, I want to video chat with you and learn. You're truly amazing than other coaches that I watched before. Thank you so much. Maybe we can. You can send me an email. Go to my website and the first page, rnbsinging.com, and it tells you about the things that I'd like you to send me if you're interested in lessons. Hey Renzo, long time in life. That's right. Been a while. Been busy teaching. Yeah, I'm doing lessons most of my lunch times. The only reason we have this one free is because one of my students is off at college So we've had to change the time that he does lessons, and the students on my waiting list don't fit this time. So more than 1 year watching you coaches really well. Thanks, Kenneth. Yes, do that, Kenneth. Send me a sample. Smello, I'll be there. Oh, is that for reaction? I play the field flute and help me with a lot. Oh, cool. How did it help you? Hi, coach. I can sing, but I can't do any runs. I can't do runs. Any suggestions? Crummy. That's great. Firstly, I suggest you go onto my website and check out singingpitchtrainer.com, and it actually gives you a lesson on how to learn short runs with Singing Pitch Trainer. So I recommend you do that, get that program, and start practicing with that. And remember, when you buy that program, you get, when you buy the 1 year, you get support with me, which means you can email me, you can chat with me, and you can ask me questions. And I also do a service where you can send me the runs and I figure them out for you. I figure out all the notes. I create a file for you. I email you that file, and you import that file into Singing Pitch Trainer, and you learn it inside that program. Okay, I just charge a small fee for the time that I spend to learn the run or the runs for you. So for example, one of my students sent me like about 20 runs he wanted me to figure out for him. I figured out all the runs, and I sent him files, and he's able to put them in Singing Pitch Trainer and learn them on his own. Basically, the main strategy with learning runs is you got to learn one note at a time and gradually build up your memory to learn long passages of notes. You start with short ones, 3 to 5 notes, gradually go up to 10, gradually go up to 20 note runs, 25 note runs, very gradually. You learn to memorize them, and then the next step is you learn to speed them up. Okay, and then the last step is you learn to get the rhythm just right on them. So there's a couple of steps. It's not easy. It's very hard. It takes dozens of hours of work. It takes a long time to develop what you hear me doing. I didn't just do this overnight. Every student I teach takes time to learn it. There's the occasional student that is a very quick learner, but usually they're already a pretty good singer to start with, usually. And they might learn in 10, 20, 30 lessons. Yeah. Anyone in country music that is impressive to you? I don't really listen to country music often, so I wouldn't know. Sorry. You can send me something if you want. Yeah. Hello, Kazakhstan. Mixed voice, says Alex. I don't believe in the term mixed voice. To me, it's just chest voice. So I just take my voice up higher and higher and higher in chest. I don't see that there's a point where it becomes a different voice. So it either flips to falsetto or it doesn't. That's how I see it. So for example, let's say I give you a bunch of notes, right? I haven't flipped to falsetto yet. Now I flip. That's falsetto. Okay. Now watch what happens if I flip earlier. Now flip. Hear the flip? So that's falsetto. So to me, I've always just, with myself and with my students, I've always just stretched the chest voice as high as it goes. It just keeps getting higher. I've never seen a point where there's a limit. Like the more I train, the higher it'll go. And the more I train students, the higher their chest voice goes. So some people call it mixed voice. I'm not really sure why that term was created. But yeah, the way you develop it it's very difficult to develop. It takes a long time. There's so many ways to do it. So, but usually they all involve starting low and working high. So if there's a song that's really high, you practice it lower. You have to drop the key of the song. And then you have to work up. So I've got a program called Transpose, linked on my website. If you scroll down on my website, rnbsinglessons.com, and that you can change the key of the songs with that down to a comfortable key. You sing it in that comfortable key 1 or 2 times, and then you sing it in the higher key. And then you sing it in the next key, and the next key. And gradually your voice will stretch. Okay? That's just one way. I've got a lot of ways to work it. I don't just work with one way. I have a very big variety of ways. It doesn't involve any weird sounds or any weird exercises. It all involves just normal singing. You can either do like exercises like scale type exercises, just with normal sounds, normal like type sounds, you know, not like gug gug or nay nay or any of those weird, nothing weird like that, right? You just need to do normal singing, like normal vowels, normal lyrics, but you do it with either, the main principle is you start low and you work higher. That's the main principle of it. But within that sort of main strategy, I've got many mini strategies that I use, which all help you get to that high note, you know, like you might have heard me doing earlier. Let me show you, for example, some of the stuff I can do through this kind of training. It develops your lower range too. Can you hear that? That's a low C. I can only just do that. So next C. C4, I think. Yeah, C5. That's chest voice, right? That's falsetto. That's both of them on the one breath, switching. So I can just do a C just like that, right? I could never do that before. My highest note in my old videos, you can check my transformations, was like a G sharp. That was the highest note I could hit before I ever did training, right? So now I can hit like up to like an E, I think. Oh, it's hard to do it quietly. That's chest, right? It's falsetto. Any difference? Yeah. So I hope that like helps you understand that, you know, I never did any I never called it mixed voice. I never listened to any teachers that talked about mixed voice or did any of those kind of exercises to develop my voice. All I did was take songs and do them much lower and then work it up, and then take exercises like scales and stuff like that and do them much lower and work them up, and then combine those 2 strategies mixed with about half a dozen other little strategies that I do to gradually, very, very gradually build my voice higher and higher. And training it every day. That's something I never used to do, a big mistake I used to make. I used to only train it like once every week or every 2 weeks because I was scared that if I train high, I'm gonna hurt my voice. But I just, you know, I learned that that was wrong. You know, I just had to manage it. I had to train like small amounts and gradually build up. And then that's what I've been doing the last half year. And then now my range is just exploding in speed, how quickly it's growing in the last year, sorry. So I definitely was not making the most of my time. And I'm learning to do that and doing that with my students too, and they're developing incredible range. That's Pain on Throat. I think if I tried to sing that, I'm gonna spit blood. Kenneth. The screaming destroy your vocal cords. Like long scream on Given Up by Linkin Park. I don't know, I'm not really sure. Like I never screamed so I don't have experience with it. If I ever screamed, it was only for tiny bits and pieces. Greetings from Russia. Hi. Kenneth. Coach J, I released the -1. Have you tried to sing it already? A -1? What do you mean? -1 key? I'm not sure what you mean, sorry. By -1. Like in Given Up 226. I'll look that up. How do you get, says Aiden, how do you get rid of nasally sounds, says Stanley? Nasally sounds. It's pretty hard. It took me years to figure that out. But basically, if you look on my website on singingpitchtrainer.com, oh, did I release it? Yeah, there is one. It's called Diction/Tone. Watch that video, and that'll help. So there's approximately like 3 kinds of sounds, right? It's kind of like your main sound, like kind of like when you talk, and then you got a nasally one, and then you got like a like a low one there. All right. So what you do is you learn to do them against each other, so you can feel the difference. So for example, that's one way. Another way is you just speak like I'm speaking now, and then try to hold a note on your natural speaking voice. So watch my video, and it's got more info on it. Singingpitchtrainer.com. Let's see this 226. Whoa, what a long note. Damn, that's more like metally, like heavy too. I got no idea, I don't have experience with that. Sorry guys, R&B singing lessons. not screamo singing lessons. But I would just practice it and see how it feels. That's all I can say. I mean, if he can do that, I don't know. He had a career with it, so I don't see why he can't do it. But I don't know how he felt. What's the difference between belting and screaming? Belting just means going loud. Belting is just a term that's used to mean when someone's singing like loudly in their high voice, in their high chest voice, not falsetto. Screaming just means you're adding like a distortion-y sound to that belt. So it's still a belt, but it's got an effect on the sound, which is like a distortion. When am I going to react? When I'm ready. Please come back to my love Dimash. Yes, I will. Driving home from work, so I need to go. Enjoy the session. One last cry. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed my chat. Thanks very much for being a part of it. Thank you for all the questions, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm feeling better, actually. My headache's gone down. You guys distracted me. Thank you. I'm gonna go back to work now. And thanks again for supporting my channel. Hey, Bikahina. What's up, man? Anything else? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, and I hope I'll get back to reactions as soon as I possibly can. And if you guys want to learn more, I've put up a lot of new learning videos that I've recently made. I've been working a lot on my web app with my developers for the last 8 months now. Trying to make it really amazing, to teach you singing as well as possible, and to be different, you know, to be like, to allow you to make your own customized course. That's what it's really for. That's where it stands out, you know. I've already made my own course with my own style of teaching, but like videos, right? But I wanted to make something that was, because I know technology is incredible. Technology has taught me to sing, you know, without the apps that I use, the amazing slowdown transpose, I would never have learned to sing the way that I do, and without books and that kind of technology. So I developed this singing pitch trainer to allow you to put your own songs in, any song you want, and you can learn to sing any song you want, you know. And I was like, that's what's missing. Courses are missing that, because courses just tell you usually skills and exercises, even like my course, right? My video course. But what about when you go to sing the song you want to sing? You can't do it. You can't do it with my course. It's not enough. Course will help you, but it's limited, right? So the web app, Singing Pitch Trainer, is designed to overcome that problem. So the problem is that you're not sure whether you sound good singing your favorite song or not. So what this does is it helps you, you put a line of that song in that you're learning. You go to like musicnotes.com, you find the notes, because all the notes are there, and you just put them into the app, and then you sing them and you watch your pitch, and your pitch will show you where you're at. You'll know for sure if you're singing properly or not. If you're not singing properly, you'll see whether you need to go up or down. Or if you're not steady, you'll see that you need to steady your voice out, and you can practice doing that. So that's what I created it for. That's the main thing where the app stands out, okay? Hold on, I had another question here. How long does it take to develop vibrato? Well, when I teach people with lessons, it takes people about 20 lessons to develop it. That's with lessons. So if you did it on your own, I don't know how long it will take to develop, because I don't have data from people that go and try to do it on their own. But I know some people tell me they get it, but I don't know how long it takes them to get it. It depends how much you practice. That's what depends. And whether you practice effectively. But the minimum is it's gonna take at least 5 to 10 hours of practice. That's a lot of practice. That's just vibrato training. It's gonna take at least 5 to 10 hours of only specifically vibrato training. In my experience with my students who I have asked, how often have they practiced vibrato, blah, 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 and I've watched the development, minimum 5 to 10 hours of dedicated vibrato practice. So that might take you a couple of weeks, it might take you a couple of months, everyone's different. Do you listen to pop singers? Yes, I do. I listen to Ariana a lot. I don't listen to Sean. I listen to Sean in one of my students, he's learning Shawn Mendes, so I listen to him there, but personally I don't put him on and listen to him. Charlie Puth, I don't listen to Charlie Puth, but I have heard Charlie Puth because he did a song with Boyz II Men, so I checked that out. They're good to me. They're good. Ariana is like one of the best ever, all-time best singers ever, right? She's incredible, everything, because she can do everything that is ever possible to do with your voice. The other guys, I haven't heard them as much. And I haven't heard them much raw either. Ariana, I've listened to lots of her stuff where she's just singing with no microphone. But the other singers, I haven't really heard them raw. I've only heard their live stuff. But they sound good to me. They sound good. They don't sound like world class, like Olympic level, like Ariana. But they sound good. They sound like 8 out of 10. You know, if Ariana is a 10, they're like an 8 or something. You know. Looks like it's gonna pour. I don't know, it might. 20% chance of rain. I personally really love Bruno Mars. Yeah, Bruno Mars is great. Bruno Mars is in that, you know, he's like that 10 out of 10 zone. He can do everything. He can do runs. Oh, except his voice doesn't go very low. It's the only thing he's missing. He doesn't have much of a low range, I don't think. But other than that, his pitch is incredible when he's on stage. His runs are amazing. His vibrato is amazing. I don't know about his falsetto. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure he can do it. Yeah, and his songwriting, etc. The songwriting doesn't really count as part of your vocals. But all right, guys. Dimash versus Ariana. I personally, I listen to Ariana more often. Maybe because it's English, so you know, and it's pop. Dimash is more classical. So I don't tend to listen to classical music very often. That's what I'll say there. Who would I rate better? Oh, who would I rate better? Dimash is ahead of Ariana. Dimash can do, if you were to measure them, I mean, Dimash can do more than Ariana can do with his voice. If you like measure how long he can hold notes and those kind of things, Dimash is much further ahead than Ariana. But Dimash like makes up his own sort of style. It's like very unique. So in that way, very incredible. Whereas Ariana is similar to already existent singers such as Mariah Carey and Beyonce and that kind of singers. So she's no Lala Hathaway. When you can harmonize with yourself, Lala Hathaway is very underrated. I haven't heard Lala Hathaway. Maybe send me some links to listen to. And do you know if Ariana can't harmonize with herself? 300 million followers, wow. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. Bye.